Okay, if you have your papers, pass those kind of up so I can get those before we get started.
She watched Netflix with babe.
Only one, oh, I was about to say only one paper from this group? Huh?
I gave it to you.
Oh.
Your head is supposed to be on one side of the page.
Uh-huh. On the left side. Okay, so the last time we were here, hello? Okay, the last time we were here, Wednesday, you all started working on a character analysis for the characters you were assigned from the novel, right? Okay, so today what we're going to do is talk a little bit about point of view and perspective. And what you will have to do at the end of this discussion is write a short little paragraph or summary based on the point of view of your character, okay? So on the board we have two words, perspective and point of view. And we're going to use those words interchangeably, but can anybody tell me what perspective is or what point of view means? What do we mean when we say perspective?
Like the way you see.
Okay, the way you see something. Anybody want to add to that? Nobody else has any idea of what perspective or point of view means?
Point of view is like your way of seeing something.
Okay.
It's your position.
Your position? Okay, so good. So perspective / point of view. The way you see things, what your perspective is, how you interpret things. And perspective is really important, especially when we start analyzing situations. Remember that last Wednesday I asked you all to think a little deeply about the characters and why they act and why they react the way that they do to some things? Okay, so that's all a part of perspective and point of view. But to bring it home a little more closely, let me give you this example. So in the spring break, most of you all will experience your first college spring break, right? And let's just say that we all are able to go to Cancun, Mexico for spring break. We're all, well, you all are going, I'm going to stay here. You all are going to Cancun, Mexico for spring break, right? The legal drinking age in Cancun is what, 18? 16? It's 16 to 18, which means that those things that you all kind of do on the sneak here, you can do them freely in Mexico, right? Okay, so you go to Mexico for that week, you come back here, and I say, I want to hear a little bit about your spring break. I want you to give me 3 different letters. One letter is going to go to your boyfriend or girlfriend. The second letter is going to go to your best friend. And the third letter is going to go to your pastor from your church back home. Right? Okay. So when you write the letter to your girlfriend or boyfriend, what type of information is that letter going to contain? Your girlfriend or boyfriend?
Good information.
Like what?
Like if there's some other boys down, you gonna leave that out.
Right. So when you're writing to your boyfriend or girlfriend, let's just be honest. So if you met this boy in Cancun who goes to school at Tuskegee and y'all hooked up a little bit in Cancun, are you really gonna tell your boyfriend or girlfriend that? No. Okay. What type of information are you going to include in the letter to your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Or your best friend.
No, your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Went to a park.
If you went to where?
Like a park.
A park in Cancun? Okay.
Your best friend did, but you ain't gonna tell like the bad stuff.
You're not going to give the details. You might say, we went to a party.
It was shit or something like that.
Right. I thought about you. I was in the club. I couldn't even dance because I was thinking about you, right? Okay. That's what you're gonna tell your boyfriend or girlfriend. What are you gonna write in the letter to your best friend? Like what?
Tell, the turn up, the turn down. They might be that with me.
Okay, so you're gonna tell them the details. She said the turn up, the turn down, everything, okay? Why would you give that information to your best friend but not your boyfriend or girlfriend?
That's your diary. And
Because I can tell all
And you can tell them all your secrets without fear of what?
getting done.
Without them telling your business, without them judging you, without them getting mad at you, without them throwing it up in your face at the end of the day, right? So that's a matter of perspective. We know that when we tell our boyfriend or girlfriend something, they're looking at it from a different lens. They're looking at it like, you're mine, I don't want you with anybody else, this is supposed to be us. But when you're looking, something is coming from the perspective of your best friend, they're like an open book. You all share everything. You tell them everything, and you don't have to be worried about them judging you or throwing you under the bus later down the road. Okay, so there is just a different perspective. Now, the third letter goes to the pastor of your church back home.
Oh, we just tell them we went to church.
Okay.
You don't preach like you.
Okay, you found the only church on the beach in Cancun, and that's where you were, right?
You don't preach
It was
like
on
you.
a prayer retreat.
A prayer retreat, that's a good one, okay? So you went for your spring break, you went on a mission trip to Cancun, right? And if you weren't saved before you went to Cancun, you are definitely saved now, okay? So that is the difference in perspective, right? So we all know how perspective works. None of us can act like we are ignorant of what it means to have perspective, because we tailor our experiences and we tailor the information that we give to people based on how they're going to perceive us and based on what we think their point of view is going to be. Right? Which leads us back to the novel and the family in the novel. So when you all took your quiz on Friday, what was one incident that was revealed in the novel?
That Grandma Irma was just touching on Brian.
Right. She was molesting him, sexually harassing him, whatever term you want to give to it, it was not right, okay? It was definitely wrong. Now, when the kids told their father about it, how did he react to it?
He ain't take their side, he got mad at them.
Right. He didn't take their side. He was angry at them.
He said his son a man.
He said that his son is a man, which implies what?
He can take care of it.
That he should have been able to take care of it himself, right? Now, if you have been in a situation like that, is that the experience, the response or the point of view or the perspective that you would hope that your parent would have, or your guardian or your loved one or whoever you're sharing the information with? No, you want them to be more concerned. So imagine how the kids felt in that situation. And you all are about to imagine how the kids felt in that situation. Okay, so you all each have a different character. You either have Mom, you have Brian, Jeanette, Lori. What I want you all to do is take a couple of minutes, talk amongst your group how you think each of those individual characters reacted to what happened to Brian. Further reiterating the dysfunction in the family. You know what I mean? Because the parents didn't have a typical reaction to what was going on, right? Like most parents would go crazy if their kid told them something like that, and they just didn't have the typical reaction. So you all think a little bit about why did Dad react the way he did.